Junius and Joshua Stepney, the two of you have been together for 3.5 years. You are not married. Ms. Junius, you're 21, and Mr. Stepney, you're 22.
Yes, ma'am.
Just born, a day past born. And you've been together 3.5 years. No children. Woohoo! But you're struggling and you want to stay together, so you came before me. Ms. Junius, I'm going to start with you. Tell me what's going on in your union.
Well, I love Joshua. You know, we have known each other for forever. I've known him since 4th grade. He was in 5th grade. We went to the same elementary school. You know, Joshua really is my everything. He's been my first for a lot of things. Like, he's been my first male friend, the first boy I ever loved, first boy I ever really talked to, first boyfriend, first sexual partner. Like, he's my first everything. We've actually started to make a real relationship out of this. My senior year of high school, his freshman year of college. Me and Joshua kind of got together, like, I want to say 2 weeks before I actually went to college. So he goes to college in Indiana. I go to college in New Orleans. Long distance relationship. We've been kind of making that work. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of problems, but we still love each other nonetheless.
Okay. Mr. Stepney, I take it that you agree for the most part with that. That's how things have progressed. What do you see as the primary problem that you have in this relationship as it stands today?
As it stands today, the primary problem I have with the relationship is the communication.
Okay.
Chantel is sometimes kind of hard to communicate with her because she is selfish sometimes in communication and pretty stubborn sometimes.
Selfish and stubborn.
And stubborn, yeah. For example, we would get into an argument, and whenever I would suggest something, because I don't believe that you have to agree to disagree. Me personally, I believe that, you know, you can find some type of level ground, you know, with your significant other. So
some kind of workable compromise.
Workable compromise.
Available
yes, it's always available. And I just feel like when we would communicate, in her eyes, you know, my point wasn't getting seen or wasn't important enough for her to, you know, change her judgment on things, or, you know, her decisions about things, or the way she felt about things. So that's my biggest problem.
Let me help you out, young buck. The thing with that is, bro, it ain't gonna be seen, felt, heard, or whatever in that moment. She ain't gonna feel you on that, but in 5 more days, 7 more days, maybe 5 more months, maybe 10 more years, she'll feel you. But in that moment, bro, you gotta realize and understand when them emotions, bro, them emotions, when them emotions flow and blow, it's not that you don't matter. It's not to make you feel small or whatever you want to put it. Nah, that's not it. It's just a part of that makeup, bro. It's just a part of the build. It's a part of the build. And I'm sure that you have your defects and other stuff. And I think that's an issue that a lot of younger couples go through. As far as the male side go, oh, she don't hear me, she don't hear me, she don't hear me. Yeah, she hear you, but it's just right now, bro. Them emotions, bro. Them emotions. Give it a couple of days, young buck. It'll be all right.
Do you understand what he's talking about?
I mean, I do understand that sometimes I do always think that I'm right, but for the most part, I do try and understand the things that he tells me.
Can you give me an example of a situation in which you believe she simply wasn't hearing you?
It was a time I had got a business call.
Yeah.
From a lady, young lady. And I told Chantel, and she thought that it was something totally different. And because, you know, like I said, insecurity's there, yeah, but because of her stubbornness, she was unwilling to see that I was telling her the truth instead of, you know.
So was she wilding out about this phone call, even though it was a business call, and didn't want to hear anything other than that?
She was wilding out that night, yeah. She definitely wild.
Did you wild out?
She wilded
First
out
of
that
all,
night.
No, let's get the story together.
Okay.
Because he just left me. I was in my the backyard. We were listening to music. It was me, him, and his friend. And, you know, we just having fun or whatever. And he just leave. He doesn't say that he was going to go do anything. Like, he just left. And so me and his friend was trying to figure out, like, where he was. So I walked to the front, and he was sitting on the phone on FaceTime, smiling and just cheesing. So, of course, I'm going to think, you know, something is going on. And so once he saw me walk up to the car, he hurried up and got off the phone. if it was a business call, why did you have to get off the phone?
Well, you're behaving in a suspect manner.
I guess you could say I was behaving in a suspect manner, but it was a business call and it was not a lie. And that's what I'm saying. I guess because of the past, like I said, I made mistakes.
Well, what happened in the past that would cause her to believe that you were doing something other than what you said you were doing?
I met a girl on social media, just a friend.
Right.
Me and Chantel, we had bumpy times in our relationship. It was a time where she had steady asking me to come see her. And I was like, okay, I'll come down, it was a family reunion. So I was planning to go to her family reunion. My uncle, unfortunately, passed away the same weekend as the family reunion. So I had to explain to her that I can't come visit you. And she didn't take that the right way. And she kind of went with it, took it, and snapped on me, because of my uncle passing away. And like I said, that situation there, it moved me the wrong way, and it kind of like, it upset me and made me want to, I did it out of spite.
Right. You were angry and, I'm doing the right thing and she gonna snap on me. So to heck with it, this other girl's been calling, let me go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that like I regret the decision though, because I learned a lot from it. And it was a mistake. I definitely say doing it out of spite was definitely a mistake.
He's good. He's good, bro. Don't worry about it, man. Dust off. You can take off the tie, bro. Pop the front collar. Go ahead, man. He good, bro. He's straight, man. I like that. I like that. I wouldn't regret it because I learned from it. That was good. That was good, man. I like that. It still shouldn't have happened, but to be honest, I get where he's coming from. In my personal opinion, it is nothing. Well, it's a lot, but it ain't, I really don't like, bro, if I tell you, or damn, why did I say or twice? But if I tell you, hey, I'm going through this issue, I got family issues, friendship issues, whatever the case may be. Now, granted, my intentions, what I wanted to do was come down there and kick it with you and chill with your family. But this is real life. Like, real life stuff actually does happen that would prohibit me from being able to do what I said that I was going to do. Now, I feel as though the issue and the problem comes in when that becomes a pattern, when it starts to become a continuous pattern. Excuse me. But as long as, throughout the duration of our relationship, I got a clean record, I got a good history and all of that, bro. Like, damn, cut me some slack. Not even cut me some slack. Like, let me be human. Let me be human real quick. In them type of situations, man, to be honest with you, I really would, if you going to bail from the family reunion, to come holler at me. Or, I mean, it could go both ways in a sense, but I get where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, bro. Don't make it right, but I feel you.
Let me ask Ms. Junior something. Do you snap when you see something you don't like? Is it immediately to wow, 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 wow?
Yes.
And not a simply boom, boom.
Yes, I definitely snap.
Why do you think you snap?
Because I'm so passionate about the relationship. Like, I love him so much and I want it to work. Like, you get what I'm saying? Even with the whole situation about him going to go see the girl in Texas. First of all, I have been trying to get him to come to New Orleans for forever. And I've been sitting here being faithful. I'm going to parties. I'm in New Orleans. It's a party city.
He went to Texas?
It's hard, not talking
to do the
other
right
people.
thing.
Right. So I was trying to do that and everything, but then instead of him coming to New Orleans, which he was saying was too far, he didn't have money, he didn't have this, he went to Texas. And then my mom offered to pay for his trip and everything to New Orleans, and he still did not go.
Whenever
I know all that.
I went to college, when she was a senior in high school, we were really open with each other. So I explained to her, what went down my freshman year of college, and what college life is like, the women I seen in college, you know, and basically, like, when she went to college, like, she would dress provocatively around, man, and like, she has a, but boom, and so like, it's not too hard to, bring attention to Chantel, and so like, it'll make me jealous, envious sometimes,
Right, I gotcha. I want to move on to find out where we are and what we're doing. It says something here that I don't understand. It would have been easier if he'd been drunk at a party. So we're going to figure out what that means. I think I might have answered my own question. When you said it would have been easier had he been drunk at the party, you're talking about that cheating that he just described to me. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Because it was more of a conscious, willing decision that he made as opposed to a, oops, I drank too much.
Yes.
I ain't buying that, bro, and I ain't apologizing for it. I don't care how drunk you got, how much weed you smoke, how much, bro. You should be aware enough to the point that you know that you're giving away your body. Something in your mind, in my opinion, would click or would register and be like, oh, this is not the person that I've been laying down to for the past 5 months, 5 years, 15 years or whatever. I'm not buying that, bro. I don't buy I got so wasted that I felt like this, that, and the third. Nah, bro, I ain't buying that. I'm not buying that. That's still not a valid excuse. You're not going to sit up here and tell me that, bro. That's unnatural. That's unnatural. That's just like a damn kangaroo getting drunk or stumbling across some liquor and then going off into, man, the kangaroos from the other kangaroo herd would kick his ass. The other kangaroos would be whooping his ass because he went over there messing with that woman. Nah, bro, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying. We gotta chill with all of the scapegoats and, oh, this made me do this or that made me do that. Nah, because there's other people who go out here every night, every day and drink and go home to their significant other. Every day, right at the bar, you sit at the bar, you might have a couple brews or something like that and take it on home to Betty. I'm not buying that.
And fell on somebody.
Yes. He literally had to spend his money to go to Texas. And then not only did you spend your money going, you just don't go to Texas and just find a random girl to have sex with. You have been talking to her for a long amount of time. And because she lives in Texas, it kind of was like a long distance relationship too, just like it was with me. So why couldn't you just come see me?
Do you see what she's saying there?
She's saying that's premeditated murder, bro. That's a capital charge. Shit just got real, young fella. It just got real. No, I ain't know that we was here. I didn't know that you... Hey, yo, can you imagine being in the air, knowing that you flying over where your girl at to go meet another girl? Yo, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. But y'all, you know when you're on the plane, you ever been on the plane? And you on the plane, and if you got the window seat, you look out the window, and it really look like how, you know, the little squares and stuff and all of that. That's how it look from above. You might see a grassy land area, something, some mountains, maybe a body of water right there. Yeah. I'm wondering how you felt when you was flying over Louisiana. Sorry, it's not funny because we here for love, man. We in the bed of love, bro. But I did not know that young fella. And honestly, all right, to bring it back on that, honestly, man, man, you got to realize once that thought start to unravel, she just went from, oh, my mom even invited him and offered to pay for his ticket. And then he went out and spent his own money on the ticket. And then I thought if he spent his money on that ticket, he could have just spent that ticket on me. And then I thought about, yeah, she probably thought about, well, damn, I wonder what the fuck he was doing what he thought when he was flying over Louisiana or something like that, bro. And then the thoughts start compounding it. Yeah, we facing a death penalty case, young man, because those scars, I'm telling you, she ain't gonna forget that. And it's unfortunate, yo, it's like a double-edged sword, because you get all of the accolades and the praises for being, you know, her first boyfriend and her first love and all of this other good stuff. And I've been here. I've been in a situation where I was with a woman for a long period of time, 5+ years. We're in a relationship, you her first this, first that, first whatever. So you get that. But once you got to also remember, you're going to be that first fuck up and that first slip up and that first whatever. Like it's a double-edged sword. So I get it, and I hope that he wouldn't make the same mistake twice. But for her, I'm looking at it like, damn, You know, she had the, what do they call it, the knight in shining armor, and then he got a hole punctured in his armor. But he should be all right though. They should be all right.
I definitely understand what she's saying, but can we backtrack a little bit?
Please.
Going into college, like I said, we knew it would be a long-distance relationship, and we knew we would have to make compromises to make this relationship work. And one of the compromises that she offered was that she'd be okay with other women orally pleasing me. And so that kind of like, you know, that put me at ease, you know? Like, what should I be okay with you doing over there, you know? So I don't know. It's just always been like some type of insecurity between us, you know?
Yeah.
So.
If you allow me to do this, what does that mean you're doing?
Yeah, and it's, like I said, it just didn't sit well with me.
Did you actually tell him he could do that?
Yes, because he had already cheated once, and like I said, I really love Joshua. I really don't feel like I'm gonna be with anybody else but him in the future. So it's kind of like, if you feel like it's necessary for you, he's very sexual by nature. So I'm like, if I'm all the way in New Orleans,
if it's just a needs thing,
like maybe you could do it, but we need to talk about it. But then I definitely changed my mind shortly after that. Both of us did. So that kind of ended that.
I want to go back to your attitude, because you say that he says you're condescending and he's really not understanding what you're trying to do. So I want to talk about that attitude and how it's getting in the way of the relationship. Tell me about what happened when you injured your foot and why it was a problem.
It was a problem because I was staying with Joshua like most of the summer. Like I was spending the night with him, you know, whatever, staying with him. And to me, he just wasn't taking care of me like the way he should have been taking care of me. Like I couldn't really walk. I couldn't do certain things. Like he will always want to go out, and I keep telling him, like, you know, I can't walk with crutches and like be comfortable. So he would be like walking fast ahead of me when really you're supposed to be walking on the side of me, like, you know, making sure I don't fall or anything. His friends are taking better care of me than he was. Like he's just really inconsiderate.
I believe that, bro. We get lax, fellas. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We get real relaxed. You had her for 2 years. You don't really hold her hand no more. You don't flick that little piece of hair that come down on that big ass forehead. You don't flick that out her face no more. We get lax, bro, and what we gotta remember, bro, there's always paying attention. It's like, imagine you undefeated. Imagine you undefeated. Every time you come out the crib, it's cameras and shit. Every time you go to the local grocery store, it's cameras. Every time you go to everywhere, bro, it's just imagine she's that camera snapping them pictures to you. Jotting down and memorizing and never forgetting everything that you do, bro. And it's not to say that we gotta be perfect, because we men, and they not gonna be perfect neither, because they women, but they do, bro. It is their fucking specialty. It's their specialty. Y'all know how Steph, he shoot a three. Shoot a three. We ain't gonna get too many dunks from him. He ain't gonna dunk it too many times. It's not a specialty. That's not his thing. But KD, he might 360. Shout out to KD, man. But yeah, he might 360 on somebody, bro, because that's his specialty. One of their specialties, bro, is just keeping mental notes and keeping track of what you are and what you are not doing. So try to be as consistent as you can. I would say, shit, give me a good 75%, 68. Give me 68 or something like that. But just try, bro. Because they take mental knowing to them. It really do mean a lot. We hear it all of the time. It's the little things that mean a lot. But, bro, that really be the truth. It really be the truth. Shout out to all of the women with them big foreheads out there.
Mr. Stepney, your version of that?
I did a lot for her in the summertime when her leg was injured. Nobody else was hanging out with her. She got friends. Nobody else was trying to come see her or take her to where she want to go eat specifically or do this and that with her. We went all the way down to Alabama in the middle of nowhere. And I went with her because that's how I feel. I love her as well. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It was an instance like when her tire got flat. She came to see me at school.
Right.
Her tire got flat about maybe 50 miles out from my school.
Hold up. So you mean to tell me she was driving down there to your school and you wasn't driving down there to her school? I'm paying attention, bro. I'm paying attention.
within a span of 4 days, we drove back and forth trying to fix her tire. And so when my uncle passed, she sent me a long text message dismissing the fact that I took a lot of time out of my schedule, you know, to actually like help her. And instead of like, you know, giving me the credit, you know, she took it away from me. And it,
Was she mad about something else? What was she saying in the text message?
This was when my uncle passed away. She was mad that I couldn't come see her.
Oh,
yeah.
You were mad. I understand though. At some point with the foot incident, she started calling you names. She called you the B word.
The B word, yeah. You know, that's
Tell me how that transpired.
She wanted me to go to her family reunion in Philadelphia, and I was in summer school. I had an assignment due, long paper, can't go, like, end of story. And basically, like I said, she's really snappy, really quick to send text messages, talking about I'm done this, I'm done that, and she called me the B word. You know, do your homework then, B. You know, it's kind of like, you know,
hold up.
Yeah, like, you know, I got a pride about myself. Where if you coming at me like that, it's gonna make me look at you a whole different way, you know. And I just felt like I don't disrespect her like that.
Yeah. Did you come at him that sideways?
First of all, it was a lot of reasons why I was mad at him. It wasn't just like he wasn't coming to the.
Well, what were you mad about that would make
Man,
you
answer the question.
I put up a picture on Snapchat, you know, looking good or whatever. And he kind of said, he was like, oh, well, I want you to have my baby. So I was like, okay, I thought he was really just joking, trying to tell me I looked good. But then we got home, we both got home to Chicago, and he was like, so tell me when you're ready. And so I was just like, okay, well, maybe he's serious. But then when we got in a situation where it kind of was like that could have been the outcome, he was horrified. He was horrified, and then he went to the store with his friend in the car. Let me say that, with his friend in the car, went to the store, and then got me a Plan B.
Did you ask her to have your baby?
Yeah, but we talk about that. Like I said, I've been knowing Chantel for a long time. Like I said, when you kids, you talk about stuff like that. But with this summer, I don't remember saying that I was ever ready to have a baby right now.
Oh, I know. Listen, I know what's going on with you two. You two don't have a clue, but I do. And I'm about to tell you what it is going on with the two of you. I want to tell you how gratifying it is to see a young couple like you, intelligent, well put together, in college, thinking, loving one another, no ratchet behavior. I mean, just good, solid young people. You people are thinking, you're planning, you're being together, you're intelligent, and I want you to know how much I appreciate and respect that, and I don't want you to ever forget that about each other. He is not your everything. You are your everything. He may be your man. He may be the guy you're supposed to be forever with, but he's not your everything. And the reason I'm telling you that is because that's the reason you snap. That's the reason you lose your mind in his direction. That's the reason you call him out his name, because you have made him your everything. And the very idea, it's like if someone were to try to drown you, you wouldn't like, oh, you'd fight and fight and fight and kick and punch and do whatever you had to do. The thought of losing him is like drowning. So you're always fighting and kicking and punching because the idea that you might lose him is akin to losing your very life. So you have a physiological response, fight or flight, because you've got to make it happen. And I'm telling you, God bless you. I hope you live to 110. But if he got hit by a bus tomorrow, your life would proceed. You would be sad, but you would have your dreams, your future, your intellect, your brilliance, your beauty, and all of that remains intact. He's a wonderful perk, but don't treat it like it's life or death, because it's not. And once you realize that it's not life or death, any little silly thing he does ain't gonna bother you like that. You see what I'm saying? So make that your attitude. You know, don't be dismissive, but it ain't that serious. You're too pretty, you're too young, 21 years old. Oh my God. Do you know how much living I did between 21 and married? Woo! You know what I'm saying? But that living allowed me to pick the right cat. the right dude, you know, if you know, you gotta have some experience behind you. You gotta have some, oh, I got left behind you, and realize the sun will come up tomorrow and the shoes will still be in the closet and nothing really changed. You guys are young. I hope you do stay together, but it is not life or death. If you're really meant for one another and you separate for a few years, get a little living under your belt and come back to one another full, complete adults, then maybe it is a forever thing. But don't treat it like that now. And women often mistake snapping and popping and crackling for strength. That is nothing but a sign of weakness. It is an indication of fear and lack of security. Don't get it twisted. Good luck to both of you. This matters again.
After today, I think I'm gonna spend more time and more focus on my education and my money other than my relationship. I'm still gonna love Joshua, I'm still gonna be with him, I'm still gonna wanna make it work, but I can't make him that much of a priority anymore after hearing what the judge says.
I'm pretty sure I would know Chantel forever. Like I said, we have a bond, you know, that, you know, petty stuff won't really break. You know, we'll get mad at each other, but at the end of the day, you know, we know everything will be fine. So
at the end
as
of the
far as
day,
the future, I expect Chantel to be in my future, yes.
Chantel and Eric decided to end their long-distance relationship and concentrate on their studies. They're both on track to graduate this spring, and they want to focus on starting their careers. They say they will always love each other, and all right, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm still thinking about. Imagine, bro. You 30,000, 40,000 in the air, bro. You 40,000 in the air flying over your girl house in Louisiana, bro. She probably felt the turbulence, the dust that come down from the plane. Bro, it's cold. That is cold. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Hey man, y'all let me know what y'all think about it. No. All right, come on, man. I gotta get a thought. I'm trying to get a thought. Let me get a thought. What about that video? Man, they were young, and there were two, you know, young people trying to make it along, pursuing dreams and taking the college route, and, you know, everybody is trying to be successful, and they trying to be successful, and throughout that time, like, you know, y'all both gonna grow, especially because y'all in two different states. Now, hopefully y'all can grow, you know, together at a parallel pace, but sometimes, bro, just go away. And I learned sometimes it's best you just gotta make that decision and be like, look, we ain't really on the same track right now. We ain't really running the same race. And like I said, I'm gonna have to go ahead and let it go for a minute. Or like I say, you never know, bro. You don't never know. You can run into her at the gas station in 10 years. You can run into her at Best Buy in 2 days or something like that. There's no telling when it might come back around. But when it gets to the point where it's like toxic and everybody walking around mad and upset, I don't even know if they was walking around mad and upset. I can't remember the half of this video. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I remember from this video was bro flying over the house, man. Jeez, y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. And take care of your loved ones. Take care of the people that you love. Hopefully everybody having a good little holiday season. Stay nice and warm, cozy and snug. Y'all make sure y'all take care of yourself and y'all family. Appreciate the love on the videos. GTG, the family, as always, is love. And we out. Flying over the house, and we out. Flying over the house, and we out.